YouTube, what's up? Over in West Texas right now. We're going to over by Albuquerque, New Mexico. I should be there today. I'm gonna try to drop this load off. I've got about 400 miles to ride. I should get there about late in the afternoon, but I don't think we're gonna get a reload today. But somebody asked to see some flatbed equipment and how I keep it in my headache rack. You know, let me turn this APU off, man, because y'all ain't gonna hear nothing I got to say besides that big old thing. I don't know if y'all heard it, but that thing's loud. Let's stop that, and then we'll try this again. Oh man. But you see, I keep my 8-foot boards here. I try to, you know, they gave us these 4-footers, but a lot of coil places, you see how short those are. These are long. A lot of coil places want these short boards like this. And of course, obviously, we got the coil racks, and then my winch bar stays here. I keep all my boxes locked. I done told y'all already. People be doing some crazy stuff at truck stops. I had my straps cut. Man, that's another story. I need to make a video about that. I made a partial side of the road video. I didn't even notice they cut my straps until I seen it flapping in the wind. It's crazy. But I can't get this box unlocked. What in the world? This key don't want to work. Lube these things. There we go. You see, I don't know if you guys can see in there, but you see, I got, this is where my 2 inches are, and this is where I keep my 4-inch straps. You know, that's the big ones. That's the ones that you see, you know, here on this load. And then obviously I got a strap winder, because we drop it hook, so we take all the straps off. All the straps come off the trailer every time, so, you know, they didn't come off every time. I would just leave them on the trailer, but it would be a headache sometimes. You never know when you're going to drop and hook, and you don't want to be rolling up 20 straps. Now, if you keep your trailer, that's one thing, but we don't. You know, this is like the 3rd trailer I've had in a week, so I like dropping and hooking, but I mean, it still takes a lot longer than, like, say, reefer, because you still got to secure the load. And sometimes if it's in the yard, you got to untarp that and then redo it. So, put you guys right there. Now, I don't know what's about to fall out of here, because I just threw this stuff in here when I picked this load up. Because I was in a rush. They took probably about 3.5 hours to even get me in the gate. Man, I had to take a safety class. Freaking, I sat there at the gate waiting to get searched. Like, they were serious. All for a load of styrofoam. I'm like, man, y'all doing too much. They act like they got freaking bombs and stuff and crazy stuff like that up in there. But these boxes open. You see, I got my ladder up here. That's where all my tarps are. Got that, the little trusty 2-inch strap. I always keep the excess in here. I don't bother winding all that up. But just a quick glance in this one before I take some of this stuff out. I always hang my bungees. Bungees are here, and I got bungees over here, right here. All right. So, yeah, if I don't have to tarp a load, you might think it's a headache to have to move these, but they're not supposed to be hanging on the outside of the headache rack or under the trailer by a bungee cord, because bungee cords have no working load limit. All right, and the ones you see that do it, you know, a lot of people won't write you a ticket for it, but sometimes you never know. You might get that guy. Got some moving blankets. That's why I protect my tarps with. Like, you can haul in coils and real sharp steel on the edges to rip your tarps, man. All right, so what we got in here? So these are my ratchet binders. You see how they got the screw down and you can torque one click at a time. These are snap binders where it comes from all the way from the top and just slams down, so you can't really, you can only get it so tight. All right, and obviously we got 20-foot chains, so I got 10 of these and 10 of these and 20 chains. Now you might think 20 chains is a lot if you only carry 10, and that's okay. Like my dad, he carries 10, but that's because he's got a thicker grade chain. All right, these chains are 5/16, you know, so they're only rated up to a certain amount of pounds. All right, we got my tire chains. This is one bag, and this is my drag cables for the trailer. All right, and Prime, for some reason, I ain't digging this out, man. These things are heavy. These little metal things, they're pipe stakes. They got 4 of them to hold pipes on. These are my coil pads. Now I lost 2 of my coil pads on a dropping hook. I had a out of the sky coil, and I had coil pads under it. I got there, they wanted me to drop and hook, so whatever. Got my V-boards, edge protectors, chain edge protectors, plastic edge protectors, some rope for feeding things through if I need it. These are my step deck straps if I need them. I ain't even opened these yet, but these are 40-foot. The other ones are 30-foot long. These are a little like 10 feet longer, so you gotta compensate for that trailer. And you're looking for, so these are brand new too. These are the same as those 2-inch with binders, with ratchets. You know, you need this. If you flatbed and you need this PB blaster. You know, I don't really like WD-40. Some people use WD-40, but it's not really waterproof. All right, get something that's waterproof. Brand new bungee cords up here. I don't even need those, to be honest. I sold some of them. Just way too many. This is one of those straps. This don't belong in here. I just threw that in here. More moving blankets. These are, you never can have too many of those. More chains for the other side. This for the tires. This those other 5 ratchet binders and 5 snap binders and the rest of the chains. That's pretty much all we carry, man. You know, there's not a whole lot to it. It might seem like a whole lot, but there's not a whole lot. But this load that we got on right now, I had to smoke tarp it. If you don't know what smoke tarping is, this is a smoke tarp, all right, where you cover the front. And they get the word smoke tarp from the smokestacks. Like, oh man, that's something in my eye. This truck, you look on the back of it, you don't see no stacks up here. That got stacks. You know, you got 2 smokestacks. That's what they call smoke tarp. It's supposed to protect the load in the front from smoke and, you know, road debris and stuff. But since Prime, we do is called grass burners. All right, our exhaust is, I don't know if you can maybe see this right there. I don't know if